Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the half dollar, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. What if I told you that a 50-cent coin, yes, just 50 cents, could be hiding in your home right now, quietly sitting in an old drawer, a proof set, or a family coin album, and it could be worth as much as $67,000. This isn't a myth, and it's not a rumor. It's real. It's rare. And it's happening more often than people think. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked yet incredibly valuable coins from the 1980s, the 1985 American half dollar. But not just any half dollar. This is the highly collectible proof version that came directly from the official United States Mint proof set. If you're in the US, you've probably seen a Kennedy half dollar before. They're big, shiny, and they always feel a little more special than your average coin. But the 1985 proof version? That's a whole different story. It's a story of rarity, beauty, and shocking value. This coin isn't something you typically find in your pocket change. It was never meant to be circulated. It was minted specifically for collectors and sealed in proof sets that were sold directly by the US Mint. These coins were struck using special dies, multiple times, to achieve a sharp design and an incredibly shiny, mirror-like background. The image of President John F. Kennedy appears frosty and stands out beautifully against the reflective surface. And here's what makes it even more interesting. In 1985, the proof version of this coin was minted only in San Francisco. So, if you come across a 1985 half dollar and it has an S mint mark just below Kennedy's neck, you could be holding something truly valuable. But not all proof coins are created equal. Some were better preserved than others. Some have what experts call deep cameo contrast, where the frosted design is bold and bright against the polished, dark field. And if that coin also happens to be in flawless condition, with no marks, scratches, or blemishes, then you might have struck gold, figuratively, of course. Coin collectors and investors use a grading system that goes up to 70. A grade of PR 70 means the coin is in perfect proof condition. No flaws. No handling. No imperfections visible even under magnification. This is where things get very exciting. A 1985 S Kennedy half dollar from a proof set, with deep cameo contrast and a PR 70 grade, has sold for an unbelievable $67,000. That's right, $67,000. For a coin that originally came as part of a low-cost proof set from the Mint, even coins graded slightly lower, like PR 69, have fetched jaw-dropping prices. One of them recently sold for $2,700. Still an incredible return on something that was originally purchased for just a few bucks. The craziest part? Most people have no idea they might own one. These coins are often stored away, forgotten in drawers, boxes, or safes. They were collected decades ago, gifted for birthdays, or inherited from parents and grandparents who collected coins casually. So how do you know if your coin is worth something? Start by checking the mint mark. It has to be an S. That indicates it's from the San Francisco Mint, and part of the proof set. Next, look at the finish. The background should be shiny and reflective like a mirror, while the raised parts of the design, Kennedy's face, the letters, should have a frosted, almost 3D look. That deep contrast is what collectors love. And then, check the condition. If the coin has no visible wear, no spots, no fingerprints, and still looks like it was struck yesterday, then you need to get it graded. The best way to do that is to send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate the coin, give it a grade, and seal it in a protective holder with a certification. If it comes back as PR 70 with deep cameo contrast, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But here's the reality. Most of the over 3 million proof sets made in 1985 didn't survive in perfect condition. Many were opened. Some coins were handled. Others have naturally toned or developed tiny flaws over the decades. That's why finding a perfect example is so incredibly rare, and why it commands such a premium. People think treasure hunting is something you do with a metal detector on a beach. But in reality, the real treasure might be hiding in your house right now. That old proof set from the 1980s your dad kept in the closet? The one that's been collecting dust in the attic? It might contain a coin worth $2,700. Or even $67,000. That's not just money, that's life-changing. So go look. Open up those coin folders, those velvet boxes, those little plastic cases. Because these coins are still out there. And every now and then, someone just like you discovers they've been sitting on a jackpot without even knowing it. If you found this video helpful, or if you've got a coin story of your own, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins you might already own. You never know what's out there until you look. Thanks for watching, and remember, not all treasure is buried. Top 2. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin lovers, get ready to have your mind blown today, because what we're about to talk about isn't just a coin, it's a secret piece of silver that could be hiding in plain sight, worth more than your entire car, maybe even more than your entire savings. I'm talking about a coin from 1994, but not just any coin. This is the American $50 from a proof set, and yes, it's real, it's valuable, and it's making collectors go absolutely wild. Now listen, before you scroll past thinking it's just another coin video, stop. Because this one, right here, has turned average folks into thousands of dollars richer overnight. You may have one sitting in your drawer, your parents might have kept it for sentimental reasons, or it could be tucked away in a dusty old proof set. And guess what? It might be one of the most under-the-radar, high-demand coins in the collector world right now. This 1994 Kennedy $50 from the United States Mint proof set isn't your average pocket change. This isn't the coin you flip at the diner to decide who pays for fries. This is a mirror-like beauty, made for collectors, struck with precision, and only released in a special proof set. That alone already gives it prestige. But there's something else. Something that makes this version of the coin a golden goose for the right collector. Let's dive in. The 1994 proof $50 features that iconic Kennedy profile on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse. But unlike the coins meant for circulation, this one has razor-sharp detail, ultra-deep mirror fields, and flawless design. Now here's where it gets really crazy. Certain versions of this 1994 proof coin, especially those graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, can command shocking prices. We're talking coins that have been sitting untouched in pristine condition for 3 decades, now being hunted by elite collectors, big-budget hobbyists, and auction houses. And the price tags? They're not just eye-catching, they're jaw-dropping. One verified example, with near-perfect deep cameo contrast and top-tier grade, has sold for an unbelievable $2,700. And that's just the lower end. For the rarest, highest quality examples, we are talking about serious collector gold mines. Try not to faint when I say this, $52,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that fits in the palm of your hand could be worth up to $52,000 actual US dollars. Now here's the kicker. People are selling them without knowing what they have. Estate sales, garage clearouts, even online marketplaces have seen these pop up, sometimes mixed in with junk coins, and they've been snatched up by sharp-eyed collectors who knew what to look for. So don't be that person who lets it slip away. Here's what you need to check. Look for the original 1994 proof set from the US Mint. Make sure the coin still has its deep cameo look, mirror background with frosted details. Then, if you think you've got a gem, send it in for grading. A top-grade PF69 or PF70 can completely change your life. This isn't just collecting anymore, it's treasure hunting, modern-day gold mining, and you might be sitting on the jackpot. So do this now. Check your proof sets, call your relatives, raid that closet full of old collectibles. Because that 1994 $50 hiding in a velvet case or forgotten drawer might just be your unexpected ticket to a windfall. And trust me, you do not want to find out later that the coin you let go could have brought in $52,000. Hit that like button if this got you hyped, drop a comment if you've seen one of these, And don't forget to subscribe because we're hunting down every hidden coin treasure in America. Stay sharp, stay greedy, and always check your change. Top 3. Have you ever dreamed of finding a fortune hidden in plain sight? A life-changing treasure tucked away in an old drawer, a forgotten box, or even your grandparents' attic? What if I told you there's a coin, just one coin, that's already made ordinary people thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars richer? I'm talking about the 1974 American half-dollar. Now wait, don't go thinking this is just some old 50-cent piece. This isn't your average coin jangling around in pocket change. We're talking about a very specific coin, a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar pulled from a U.S. mint-proof set. This coin isn't just valuable. It's a silent jackpot. A potential goldmine that's fooled millions of people into thinking it's worthless. But if you've got the right one, you could be looking at thousands, and I mean thousands, of dollars. And you wouldn't even know it. Let me break it down. In 1974, the United States Mint released proof sets for collectors. These sets included specially made coins, struck not once, but twice, with extra care, extra pressure, and finished with that flawless, mirror-like surface only true proof coins have. You know the look. Deep, glassy fields, with frosted designs that pop out like 3D dot. But here's the thing, not all 1974 proof half-dollars were created equal. Some were struck with rare variations, minting quirks, die errors, double dies, or finishes so pristine that they earn the highest possible grades from coin grading services like PCGS and NGC. And that's where the money comes in. Imagine owning a coin that has no scratches, no blemishes, no signs of wear. A coin so perfect that it's graded PR70 deep cameo. That's perfection in the coin world. It's like minting royalty. Now imagine this, collectors around the country, no, around the world, competing in bidding wars for that one flawless coin. The prices? Not small change. Some of these rare 1974 Kennedy half-dollar proof coins have sold for more than $2,700. And others, hold on to your seat, because some of these coins have been valued and sold for as much as $64,000. Yes, you heard that right. $64,000 for a 50-cent coin from 1974. Let that sink in. This isn't fantasy. This isn't hype. These are real sales, real collectors, and real money changing hands for what most people would walk right past at a flea market or ignore at a garage sale. So what makes your coin valuable? It comes down to 3 things. First, condition ***. Proof coins are supposed to be perfect, but over time, many get damaged, toned, or scratched. If yours looks untouched and still shines like a mirror, you might have something. Second, grade ***. You need to get your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A grade of PR69 is great. PR70? That's the jackpot. Third, rarity and demand ***. Some 1974 proof half-dollars have rare features. A strong cameo contrast, die varieties, even doubling on the lettering or numbers. These details may seem small, but to collectors they're worth thousands. And don't worry if you don't know how to check that. I'll be dropping more videos breaking down how to grade, where to send your coin, how to recognize valuable varieties, and how to sell for top dollar. But right now, here's what you need to do. Go find your proof sets. Ask your parents. Ask your grandparents. Look in that old box labeled junk. Open that coin album collecting dust on the shelf. You have no idea what might be in there until you look. Because if you find that one perfect 1974 half-dollar hiding in a proof set, you could be sitting on a secret treasure worth $2,700, or even as high as $64,000. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because there are more coins out there just like this. And I'll be showing you all the ones that could turn your next thrift store find into a retirement plan. Drop a comment if you think you have one, and let me know what other coins you want me to cover next. This is the kind of money most people never see, but it's already in the hands of collectors just like you. stay sharp, stay curious. And remember, the next coin you find might just be worth a fortune. Top 4. What if I told you there's a coin that's been sitting quietly inside old proof sets, a coin most people overlook, and it's turning up in the hands of collectors who are suddenly finding themselves staring at thousands, even tens of thousands, of dollars? No, this isn't a fantasy. This isn't hype. This is real, and it's happening more than you think. Today, we're talking about one of the most underestimated U.S. coins in circulation, the 1990 Kennedy half-dollar from a United States mint-proof set. You probably think of it as just another coin. Another shiny half-dollar with John F. Kennedy's profile on it. Maybe it's resting in a drawer somewhere, inside a little plastic case you haven't opened in decades. But behind that plastic window, behind that mirror finish, could be a coin worth a small fortune. Now, before we get into values, and trust me, they get insane, let's break down what makes this coin so special. In 1990, the US Mint released its standard proof sets. These are high-quality coins made specifically for collectors. Unlike your regular change, proof coins are struck using specially polished dies, not once, but multiple times, to give them that deep, mirror-like surface and razor-sharp details. These are the coins that shine so perfectly, you can see your reflection in them. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 1990 proof half-dollars are created equal. Some of them, especially those with flawless surfaces, perfect strikes, or rare minting quirks, are worth far more than face value. We're not just talking about rare for collectors. We're talking rare enough to trigger bidding wars. Rare enough to make headlines in coin auctions. Rare enough to change your life. And yes, rare enough to be worth as much as a luxury car. Now picture this. A collector brings a 1990 Kennedy half-dollar, that's the one minted in San Francisco, to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. The coin comes back as a PR70 deep cameo. That means it's virtually flawless. Perfect in every way. A top-tier specimen. Suddenly, that little half-dollar isn't worth 50 cents anymore. It's not even worth $50. Coins in that kind of condition have been auctioned for amounts like $2,700, $10,000, even $27,000. And it doesn't stop there. There have been special cases, ultra rare, pristine condition, full cameo contrast, untouched surfaces, where these 1990 Kennedy half-dollars have sold for jaw-dropping prices of up to $54,000. That's right, $54,000 for a single coin that people have passed over for years. This is where things get real. You might be sitting on one of these right now. You might have inherited a proof set from your parents or grandparents. You might have bought one years ago at a garage sale or coin shop, never thinking twice. And it's been sitting in a box, ungraded, untouched, collecting dust. But here's what you should do right now. Find that 1990 proof set. Open it. Pull out the Kennedy half-dollar. Hold it under a good light. Look at the surfaces. Is it a clean, deep mirror with frosty, white details? Does it show that strong contrast between the background and the raised design? No blemishes? No haze? No scratches? You might just be holding a treasure. Then check for grading opportunities. Send it to a respected grading service. It could come back as a PR69 or even PR70, and that changes everything. Remember, the 1990 Kennedy half-dollar is one of those hidden gems that nobody talks about, until it hits the auction block and suddenly everyone wants one. It's one of those coins that looks like any other, but when the right collector or investor sees it, the value skyrockets. This isn't just about coin collecting anymore. This is about real value. This is about turning a forgotten proof set into something worth $2,700, $12,000, $27,000, or even, if the stars align, a staggering $54,000. Think about that. One coin. One proof set. One lucky find, and it's not buried treasure in some ancient chest. It could be sitting 15 feet away from you right now, in the back of a closet or in a box under your bed. People across America are finding these coins, grading them, and cashing in. Some don't even realize what they have until a coin dealer or appraiser looks at it and drops the news. So don't be the one who misses out. Go grab that old set. Check that 1990 half dollar. And whatever you do, don't spend it. Don't clean it. Don't throw it in a coin jar. That little piece of history could be your next big win. And if this video lit a fire under you, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and tell me in the comments, do you have one of these? Have you ever graded one? Your story might be the next big headline. Until then, keep searching. Because hidden value is out there. Top 5. Imagine this. You're digging through an old drawer, maybe looking for a paperclip, some stamps, or just cleaning out your junk. And then, there it is. A shiny coin. A 50-cent piece. You flip it over. It's from 1977. You toss it aside. But here's the shocker. That exact same coin, yes, that 1977 Kennedy half dollar, might not be worth just 50 cents. In fact, it might be worth tens of thousands of dollars. One just like it recently sold for over $83,000. Let that sink in. This isn't some fantasy. It's not clickbait. It's cold, hard, numismatic truth. So don't go anywhere, because today we're diving deep into the story of the 1977 American half dollar from a US mint-proof set, a coin that's been quietly turning everyday people into five-figure collectors overnight. Let's break it all down. First of all, what is a proof set? Every year, the United States Mint produces special collector's coins. These aren't the regular ones you get in change at the gas station. Proof coins are made using highly polished dies and specially treated planchets to give them that deep, mirror-like shine. You know that stunning, glossy coin that almost looks too perfect to be real? That's a proof coin. Now, in 1977, these coins were packaged in official U.S. Mint proof sets. Inside those sets was the half dollar, featuring President John F. Kennedy's profile on the obverse. These coins weren't made for circulation. They were sealed, preserved, and never meant to be spent. But here's where things get seriously exciting. Most of these coins today are worth a few bucks. 5, maybe 10. That's what you'd expect. But some, especially those that have survived in perfect, untouched condition, have skyrocketed in value. When a coin is graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, it's given a numeric grade from 1 to 70. 70 is perfection. No flaws. No scratches. No wear. Just minted perfection. And here's the deal. When a 1977 S Kennedy half dollar from a proof set gets graded at PR 69 DCM, or the extremely rare PR 70 DCM, collectors go wild. Why? Because that level of perfection is unbelievably hard to find. One tiny nick, one scratch from being handled, even a speck of dust, and that's it. Your coin's value drops significantly. But if you're lucky enough to have a flawless one, hold your breath, because we're talking about coins that have sold for as low as $2,700, all the way up to a jaw-dropping $83,000. That's not a typo. That's not a rumor. That is a real price paid by real collectors for a real coin. So, how do you know if you've got one? Start by looking through your old proof sets. Especially ones from the 70s. Pull out that 1977 set and inspect the Kennedy half dollar. Look at the shine. Is it clean, spotless, mirrored like a flawless glass surface? Next, check for that contrast between the frosted image of Kennedy and the deep mirror background. That's the deep cameo. Look, what serious collectors crave. If it looks absolutely pristine, it may be worth getting graded. Because even if it scores a PR 69, which is not even the perfect score, you could still be looking at thousands of dollars in value. And if, by some miracle, your coin is a perfect PR 70, that's when the bidding wars start. That's when auction houses light up. That's when collectors with deep pockets go all in. And suddenly, your 50-cent piece becomes a rare gem worth more than your car. More than your mortgage. Maybe even more than your entire bank account. Now you're probably wondering, why is this coin so valuable? It's a combination of scarcity, condition, demand, and the unpredictable world of coin collecting. Coins from this era, especially proof coins, were produced in smaller quantities than today's mass-minted coins. And even fewer have survived in untouched, perfect condition. Add in the fact that Kennedy half dollars have a huge fan base, and you've got the perfect storm for explosive value. So here's what you need to do right now. Go check your proof sets. Ask your parents. Ask your grandparents. Look through estate boxes, coin albums, old tins, anywhere these coins might be hiding. And if you find a 1977 Kennedy half dollar, don't ignore it. Don't toss it into the coin jar. Get it evaluated. Because that small silver coin just might be your ticket to $2,700. Or even $83,000. Think about that for a second. One coin. One moment. A fortune waiting in disguise. So hit that like button if you love these hidden treasure stories, subscribe if you want more updates on coins that are secretly worth a fortune, and drop a comment if you've ever seen a 1977 Kennedy half dollar in your collection. Because that coin right there could be your unexpected gold mine. This is not just history. This is money. And it's sitting in American households across the country, right now, waiting to be discovered.